So it's Sunday evening again, latest pickup video, taking a look at my haul for the week, which is all of this here. So shall we get into it? Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Welcome to the latest weekly pickup video. All of those DVDs, Blu-rays, 4Ks, physical media items that I got over the past week, whether it be from CEX, HMV, Amazon, Bootleg fella. We'll take a look. There is one bootleg in here. There's a few bits here. It doesn't look as bad as what it actually is. It's been quite a sort of cheap week, honestly, to a degree. Let's start, shall we? Okay, so first up, I did get this. I got it off of eBay. It was only about £2.50, £2.35 or something, and it is the complete 4th season of the TV series, the 4400 or 4400, whatever you want to call it, with a lovely lenticular on the front there. You can see the title comes out. You got the people there. Series from the early 2000s, ran for 4 seasons, so this here is that final season. I had picked up the others not long before, and it gives me the whole series now, like so, on DVD. They've all got the lovely lenticular. Obviously I went for these boxes. Series 1, 2, 3 and 4, like so. I like the way they reverse the colours, almost like a negative, you know, camera photo kind of an effect. Yeah, and they've all got the same lenticular on the front with a nice embossed. You can't see it on that one because it's so white, but there we go, there it is there. Yeah, so it was only this one season that I got this week, but that completes that TV series. Moving on to another TV series, and I'll be honest, I was inspired by the Retro Girls because I saw that they'd picked this up, and I thought, bloody hell, why do I not have that TV series? I'm now going to have to start getting them. And it's a comedy series that I did love. It lasted 4 seasons, and it's Everybody Hates Chris, which is like the inspired by Chris Rock's life as a kid. Chris Rock narrates this. It's a very funny show. Obviously Terry Crews stars in it. He's really good in it as the father. He steals the show. He's like tight, you know, got to save every penny kind of a person in it. Fantastic. This guy here, I forget his name, the main star, he actually went on to be in The Walking Dead for a bit, till he was ripped apart by zombies. He's pretty good in that. So this is season 1 of Everybody Hates Chris. Like I said, it was a very funny show. I remember watching it back in the day when it was on. Early 2000s, was it? I don't know. Probably around that sort of era. Mid 2000s, can't see a date, but there we go. So yeah, and again, that was just a couple of quid. Moving on, one film. I said to my missus, can you go into CEX in Woolwich on your lunch break when you're down there, pick me up this film? It's only £1. It's a DVD. I've never seen it and I want to see it. And it's an old film from the early 2000s, again, maybe 2004. And it's a Steven Seagal film, Submerged, with Vinnie Jones in it as well. I love submarine set movies, and this has got a submarine in it. I mean, submerged. I've got a fascination with submarines, and yeah, any film set on board a submarine I watch. I never knew this. Steven Seagal had done this film years ago. At least I don't think so, but I thought, you know what, I used to like Seagal back in his early days, not so much in his later days or now, but in his earlier films like Nico, Hard to Kill, that sort of era, which I know this isn't a part of that, but, you know, I'll give it a go. It's a quid. It was from CEX. Perfect disc, by the way. Yeah, there you go, £1. If you can see that. Where is it there? £1. So that's that one. That's that one. What else do we get? Okay, so I got 2 items from Germany, Amazon Germany, came together. The first is the Freddy Krueger documentary, I Am Nancy, or Never Sleep Again 2, as it was then named. But when it came out, it was I Am Nancy. I know we got the original one here in this country. I've still yet to get it on Blu-ray. I will. Never Sleep Again. But this one was somewhat harder to get, obviously German import. Yeah, so that's that. We'll come to the bootleg last, shall we? So that's that. Yeah, yeah, that's it for that. And I got a 4K set, and I had buyer's remorse with this one. I honestly did have buyer's remorse. I don't know why. I regret getting it, because I didn't need it, because I've done a lot of trade-ins this week. Talk about that in a minute. Anyway, so it was this 4K Blu-ray media book for the 2 Angelina Jolie Tomb Raider movies. And it's a nice release. It's got a slipcover, like so. Obviously, it's somewhat larger than Blu-ray, like these are. I do have a lot of media books. I like the German media books. Even though I can't read German, you do. What's all this on me? Look. Even though I don't read German. You can use Google Translate anyway. But there's the front cover for Tomb Raider, the first one, and there's the back. And inside, discs just fell out. Damn the discs. Discs just fell out, and you get the booklet there with all that. The discs are not held in very well in this one, I'll be honest. Yes, let me pick them discs up. The Blu-ray and the DVD do have the same artwork on. They're both like that. Same for the other one as well. You know, they're both... I'm making a mess of this today. Yes, so buyer's remorse. Yes, it is a real thing. I saw this. I do like these films. I do enjoy them. I know they're not great films, but I have fun with them. The Tomb Raider films. So thusly, I saw this media book. I thought I like this media book. I've got the 2 Tomb Raider films on 4K anyway. So I didn't really need them again, but I like the media book, so I got the media book. Not only that, I've actually got steelbooks of these 2 films as well, with this very art on each of the steelbooks. Steelbook with that on, steelbook with that on. Like that, the yellow and the blue. So yeah, so buyer's remorse with that one completely, because it was a complete unnecessary buy. It was a spur of the moment, a whim. I should have sat on it. I should have waited, and I honestly probably wouldn't have bought it. And that brings me to the fact that I've traded a lot in this week. I'll come to the other things in a minute, but I was having a look around my collection, and I was thinking, why have you still got this stuff? Why have you still got 4Ks of stuff that you've upgraded or into better releases? Case in point, 1917. I had the 4K of 1917. Got it when it came out. And then they done the Film Vault edition. I got the Film Vault edition. Why have I still keeping the 4K? I don't know. But I traded it in at CEX. I got 12 quid for it. So I traded quite a fair bit in. I said a fair bit, a stack like that. I got 100 odd quid for it, which is nice. I'm still sat with them vouchers, trade-in, because I intend to use them on, well, other stuff, obviously. Not like whim buys or anything like that, but, I had the 4K of La La Land. I had a steelbook of La La Land. And then I had the Best Buy exclusive La La Land. So why do I still have the steelbook and the standard 4K? So, do you know what I mean? It was those sort of titles. I had a couple of the Jurassic Parks in 4K. I had the double pack of Jurassic Park, Jurassic World and Jurassic World 2. And I had the Lost World, Jurassic Park in 4K. They were in 4Ks I had. And I got the steelbook of the 4K set. A nice steelbook set. So why have I still got them? I got the Godzilla and Kong steelbooks, but I had Kong Skull Island and Godzilla vs Kong on standard 4K. Why have you still got them? Do you see what I mean? It was that kind of a situation. So I grouped a load of stuff together that I didn't want anymore, and sort of got rid of it in two shots. This morning I went down, as I'm filming this, which is Saturday. This morning I went down to my local CEX, and that's where I traded in 1917 and the Thing steelbook, the Zavi exclusive steelbook with all the stretchy face on it. I traded that one in. Why? Because I have the Thing on Titans of Cult 4K release. I have the Thing special edition with the book in and all that sort of stuff. You know, that lovely one that came out. So why? And I've got that and the steelbook at the same time. But now I'm looking at it and thinking, why? You know, I'm having this sort of crisis. So I traded that in, but when I traded that in, I then bought this item here. I knew they had it in store. I went down with a couple of trade items, and I said, okay, can I have that? Just take it off the price of the voucher that you're giving me. And it was this here. It was a TV series, all 5 seasons. Now, this is a really tatty box. And I said, let me have a look at it first before I decide. Right, because the box is crap, and it's ripped, and it's torn, it's tatty, really bad. One of the worst boxes I've seen. And it was the TV series Ghost Whisperer, Jennifer Love Hewitt. It was 12 quid. But look, I mean, look at this box. This is awful. So I said, can I have a look at it? Because it was up behind the counter. I took it down. It's exactly what I hoped it was, which were Amore releases inside. So I got a series like that. So this box here, go in the bin. I don't care about that. I don't need that. It would have been nice if it was lovely and new and fresh, but it's not. I've got the complete series of Ghost Whisperer, costing me £12. Well, costing me nothing because I traded in. This was a series that I really enjoyed back in the day. I remember it came out roughly around the same time as the other one, the Arquette one, was it? Medium. I didn't like Medium very much. Ghost Whisperer was a nice series. It was nice. It was light. It was fluffy. It wasn't. Ghosts weren't nasty or anything. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't that kind of a thing. Not to start with, anyway. We had a little bit of that, but it was a decent series, and Jennifer Love Hewitt was very good in it. So, yeah, 12 quid for these here. Now, I will say, what made me pick these up is Michael over at Michael's Movie Corner, because he had done a out and about Blu-ray hunt video and in Ireland, and they had this complete box set there. €40. €40 in Ireland. What a rip-off Ireland is. Jesus, right? Because over here, I went straight on. I said, you know, I said to Michael in his chats, in his comments, I said, €40? That's a mental. I had a look on CEX here. It was 12 quid for the complete series. So how that works, I do not know. They're living in like fantasy land over there with their prices. Wow. Never will I go Blu-ray hunting in Ireland. But yeah, so it got me looking, and I had a look, and lo and behold, my local CEX had it, right? Or a tatty box. But yeah, so I got them. I had a look at all the discs. They're fine. They're fantastic. I think I do have season 1 somewhere kicking around on DVD, the box set when it first came out. But I didn't get any more than that. So I'm happy with that. I'm really happy to have got all 5 seasons like that. Fantastic. Then that brings me to my last item. And this is the bootleg of the week. The bootleg, yes, the bootleg of the week. Not that I get a bootleg every week, but yeah, on occasion. And this was actually sent to me. It was sent to me. I had no idea it was coming. From Bootleg Guy. So thank you very much again for this. And he sent me it to review, to watch and review. The box set inside, watch and review. And it was the film Sisu. Sisu is a Finnish word. I didn't know this, so I'm not like preaching to you that I'm clever and knew it. I had to look it up. I wondered what this meant. And Sisu is a Finnish word, and it means like strength, basically someone who doesn't stop, someone who keeps fighting, someone who keeps going, resilience, words like that. It's that sort of a meaning. Strength, resilience, perseverance, you know. And this is a film set in 1944 in Lapland, when the Germans were leaving Lapland and they were doing their scorched earth policy, which was basically destroy everything before you leave. Towns, villages, destroy it all, wipe it out. And you've got this fella here who lives in the sort of tundra. He's out there, he's mining for gold. He finds some, he heads back, and him and this German battalion come in contact with one another, and this SS commander, and there's a tank crew and all this sort of a thing, and they come to realise that he's got this gold. They go after him, and what they don't know is that he's actually Finnish, Finland Special Forces, who is basically a one-man killing crew, who used to kill and hunt Russians. So thusly, they get on the wrong side of him. And this was a very lean film. It's only 91 minutes, but my God, it was fantastic. It's almost like a Grindhouse kind of a feel to it, a Tarantino-esque kind of a feel to it, when he done things like Death Proof and, you know, and that the Grindhouse that he done with Robert Rodriguez, almost feels like one of the adverts that you'd have had in the middle of that, put into film. So very much akin to Hobo with a Shotgun, that kind of a feel to it. But it is a wonderful, wonderful film. It's very light on talking. There's some talking in it, but it's very light on talking. It's a very visual film. It's a violent film. I mean, you know, people being blown up by landmines, body parts flying, people having their back of their head shot out. It's like that, but, you know, knives through heads. But it's a great film. It says on the back, John Wick meets Mad Max. Now, I think it's done by people who produced John Wick, so that's where that's coming from. The Mad Max element is the fact that they're in sort of a wasteland almost. Yeah, it was a good film, really good. I did do a review of it. Go check out that review. Now, I've been chatting for quite a bit, and that's it. Those were the pickups for the week. So there's quite a bit there. There's quite a bit, but not a lot of money spent, other than on that purchase of the Tomb Raider ones that I have regret for. Although we'll keep them. You know, the other Tomb Raiders that I had, the 4Ks, I put them up for sale. They sold. So in essence, I really only paid 15 quid for that set there. But I still feel kind of dirty about it. I still feel that I made a mistake, that I made an error of judgment, that I didn't sit on it, I didn't wait, I should have waited and then, you know, let that just fizzle out, that need to have it. Yeah, it happens on occasion, and it's one of those ones that when I look at it, I need to put it on the shelf and get it out of the way, because it's one of those ones that I'm going to look at from time to time, and it's going to remind me of how I felt, which is never a good thing. Never a good thing, you know. So I'm still left with about 90 quid of vouchers from CEX. So what I intend to do with that is I'm not going to just get rid of it on crap. I'm going up into London. I've looked at CEX online in the 2 London ones. This is, as I would have already been up in London as this airs, because I'm going Sunday for me, which is tomorrow. I'm filming this now because I'm out. So anything that I pick up there will be fall into next week's one. But there's one item that I know that I want, which is 8 quid. So I used a voucher for that. And I'll be left with about £81 after that. So what I intend to do is some of the newer releases this week, or this month, that are coming out, I'll probably wait until I see them in a CEX. Even if it's £5 cheaper than their retail price, I'll pick them up like that. talking things like Tulsa King and maybe Vanilla Sky and things like that, you know, what are coming out. But anyway, so that's it. That's me done. Those were the pickups. Let me know what you got this week, if anything, or didn't you get anything? Yeah, funny old week with feeling like I need to sell stuff. But it felt quite good. It felt quite good. So I'm still looking around thinking, you know, what else can I reduce down? Yeah. Don't know, it'll come to me. This is AJ. Thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button, come and join the channel. Like, share the video, it all helps. Leave me a comment. I do reply to all comments eventually, usually pretty quickly actually. And I'll see you on the next one. Take care all, and goodbye.